Welcome to the 2021 Mountain West Championship game on Fox. From Carson, California, it's the 11-1 and 19th ranked San Diego State Aztecs. And one of the big surprises in college football this season, from one win last year to 9-3 in the champions of the Mountain Division, Utah State.
Today, a massive matchup between the two best teams in the Mountain West, with the conference championship on the line.
Would love to represent the Mountain West as their champion.
That's what you work for. Had a chance to be the team that raises that trophy at the end of the year. Nothing will make you happier than to be able to get a team to that point and reach that goal.
The Aggies and their explosive offense are looking to bring home their first Mountain West championship in school history.
Caught for the touchdown! Huge play from the Aggies.
The 19th ranked Aztecs have had a terrific season and are trying to win 12 games for the first time ever, thanks to their dominant defense.
This Aztec defense is ferocious. Let's go!
The Mountain West Championship game starts right now on Fox.
Yeah, we welcome you inside. Joe Davis, Brock Huard, Bruce Feldman joins us in a moment. Championship games always get you fired up, but then you look at this matchup, and this is good, right? I mean, You've got the speed and the offense of Utah State. You've got the physicality and the defense of San Diego State.
You know, they say styles make great fights, and I look at Championship Saturday today. I don't know if there's two teams playing on this Saturday that are just so different in their setup and scheme. You go down on the field in pregame, and you got the heavyweight that wants to play this game in the middle of the ring, that being San Diego State, and then the middleweight that's going to dance and move all over this field today. And San Diego State, Joe, is truly, statistically, one of the best defenses in college football. Number 2 against the rush. You watch them hit. They are led by an All-American defensive end, Cam Thomas. It's a phenomenal player, but they want to come downhill. They want to hit you in Utah State. Well, they want to stay out of the center of this ring today.
They last season had one win. Utah State did. Blake Anderson comes to town, has turned them around, and the offense is the biggest reason why.
There is no question about it. They are itty-bitty out at the skill positions, but they got a signal caller that's thrown 32 touchdowns. Logan Bonner is a big boy, and he will sit back there and he will absorb some of those blows from the heavyweight, and he will get his punches off. And if they deliver down the field and they hit some of those explosive plays, this thing will come down to the wire today.
Trying to lead Utah State to its first Mountain West title as San Diego State looks for its first title since 2016. We're going to meet these teams on the other side of this break, getting closer to kickoff in Carson. Temperature in the mid-60s, light blue skies above Utah State and San Diego State for the Mountain West Championship. Time to bring on the teams. First, one of the great turnarounds in college football this year. From one win last year to Mountain Division champs, these are the Utah State Aggies.
The 2021 Utah State Aggies had more than their share of doubters. But they flipped the script.
Yes, sir!
And now, with a 9-3 record and their first conference title berth since 2013, they're ready to prove the doubters wrong again.
1, 2, 3, together! For the touchdown! To the house! Touchdown, Aggies! Touchdown, Utah State!
From Logan to Los Angeles, these are the Utah State Aggies.
Looking for its first Mountain West title. Here comes Utah State. And now ranked number 19 in the country at 11-1, the champions of the West, the San Diego State Aztecs.
How did the Aztecs become a dominant 11-1 team? How did they have one of the most bruising, fearless defenses in America?
This Aztec defense is ferocious.
By staying focused on the task at hand. by taking care of business all season long.
The Aztecs on both sides of the football have done it.
Nearly perfect, perfectly formidable. These are the San Diego State Aztecs.
Looking for their fourth Mountain West championship and their first since 2016. Here comes San Diego State. We take you to break with our Progressive Insurance game countdown. It's Utah State and San Diego State in the 2021 Mountain West Championship game. And we've got kickoff coming up on Fox. Moments from opening kick. First, here's Bruce Feldman.
Joe, the Aztecs are actually going to be very short-handed today. On Wednesday, Brady Hoke learned that some 20 players would be sidelined for this game due to COVID protocol issues that impacted how they could practice. They also really only had about 2 walkthroughs the last couple of days, and it's really hobbled their depth chart. Every tight end on the roster who has played a meaningful snap this season is sidelined, and that includes senior captain Daniel Bellinger. Also, Tyrell Shavers, their standout on special teams, he's among those who will also miss the game. The offensive staff on Wednesday night had to revamp their game plan, so expect a lot more 2-back sets as well as additional linemen on offense.
All right, Bruce, so Brady Hoke's team, the favorite in this game, going to be shorthanded as they take on Utah State, which won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we will get to see that undermanned San Diego State offense to begin things. Off we go in the Mountain West Championship game as Elliot Nimrod sends it away. A couple dangerous return men, and it's taken by one of the up men instead. It's Elijah Cody down the sideline to tee up San Diego State, and Jordan Brookshire, who saw his first action in more than a month last week, coming off of the bench to lead him from way behind. This is a junior college transfer. 2017 at Santa Rosa Junior College, where he was a backup. Then in 2018 at Laney College, he won a championship. This season, Brocky was the starter to open the year, got hurt, lost the job, and then came back, played for the first time in more than a month last week, and led him from behind.
And just played free, and he's a little bit more of a runner, something they may have to capitalize with all those tight ends down as well.
San Diego State begins with a Greg Bell run. He gets a few. Byron Vaughn's the tackle, 2nd and 7. And so this is what it looks like for San Diego State today. An offensive line that's one of the strengths. 3 all-conference players up front. And then as far as the skill spots, no Tyrell Shavers, no Daniel Bellinger. This is the starters with the 7 contributors out on offense because of COVID protocols.
And Matthews has got to get 10+ touches to me. He's their most dynamic offensive threat.
And you saw, yes, a tight end wearing 69, Dominic Gabino, really the extra offensive lineman. As Bell gets back-to-back carries to start the game. This one stopped by A.J. Vongpachon. Part of this Utah State defense, undersized but fast and aggressive. They're 3rd in the country in tackles for loss.
They've got 4 6th-year players within their front 7, led by Henninger right there at defensive end. Justin Rice, 2nd-team all-conference. Incredible sideline to sideline. This is a pressure attack team. He and Bonds on the back end clean up so many of the tackles.
First drive of the game, 3rd and 5 for San Diego State. Brookshire back to throw for the first time. That is off the hands of Matthews and incomplete. 3 and out for Utah State's defense.
There's the first opportunity to Matthews, trying to run a little in-cut to the down marker, but that throw so hot, high and behind. Fortunate, if anything, on some of those tips like that, you could see a pick go the other way.
Hey, this is as excited as I've ever been about a punter in a game. They call him the punt god, Matt Araiza. And his first one today is hit well. Jordan Nathan back to return it. Able to get away from the first couple. Nathan still on his feet. A flag down at the 45, and another flag as he's hit out of bounds. A couple things to sort out here is the senior from nearby Monrovia, California, brings that one back after 55 yards. And Araiza, not just the all-time leader in average punt yards, he's also their leading tackler on special teams. This one, though, might have been late.
Yeah, clearly that is going to be out of bounds. The question will be, it looked like Utah State had a hold, a takedown on their return team. But yeah, you don't see many punters built like him. I mean, he is first team all-conference special teams player of the year, one of the most competitive guys in their conditioning tests. Not a surprise to see him huffing and puffing and prowling on the sidelines. And that's a late hit that's going to go against him.
That was a 55-yard punt. His average is 51.5, which is the all-time record, assuming that he's able to keep that over the final couple games.
During the play, during the return, holding, number 12, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. After the play is over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 2 of the kicking team. That penalty is also enforced 15 yards. First down, Utah State.
So you go back 10 and then forward 15. And Logan Bonner in the Utah State offense to the field for the first time. A transfer from Arkansas State, where, of course, played under Blake Anderson. Comes here to Utah State, and he's helped this group go from the worst offense in the conference to one of the best in the country, over 450 yards per game.
And they play fast, lots of different formations. They will spread this field sideline to sideline, and he's got enough arm strength to push it all over the field, both horizontally, and I love his deep ball. He throws a moon ball with incredible touch and timing. As I said in the open, going to be a fantastic matchup of two very different styles.
Career high 5 touchdowns last week. This is the nation's leading receiver in Devin Tompkins, who's brought down by Michael Shawcroft. And you get a look at this Utah State offense.
And I'm going to have to do this very, very quick because the snap is coming. But Edwards' 40th career start on the left side of that line. And Tompkins, as you said, so speedy.
Get it in his hands both of the first 2 plays, and he shows some of that quickness. Bursting down the sideline, setting up 3rd and short against the San Diego State defense that's number 1 in the Mountain West, top 10 in the country, giving up just 17 points per game. And it is a unique scheme, this 3-3-5 they've had for about a decade now.
And McMorris, one of 2 all-conference players, 8 Aztecs on the first team conference.
First run play is shut down by one of the top run defenses in the country. Jonah Tavai and Caden McDonald, 2 of the many seniors on this defense combined.
Well, it is Tavai that makes this play. He is a bowling ball inside, and you can see pad level, right? I mean, that is stopping the run defense. Brady Hope loves to coach those defensive linemen, loves to coach those nose tackles. And when you play at that pad level at 300 pounds, you split double teams, and you stop that run before it can ever get started.
Only Wisconsin gives up fewer rushing yards per game than San Diego State. It's a dangerous Jordan Bird waiting back on this punt from Stephen Kotzenley. There are special team stars all over the field, both these teams. This is a line drive punt. It's going to give Bird a chance, able to get away from the first man. We've seen a couple solid punt returns. San Diego State's crowd is wanting a flag like there was on the San Diego State punt. They won't get it as Johnny Carter brings down Bird. These teams trade 3 and outs. Let's see. That looks in bounds enough. San Diego State back on offense after this. Well, you still have a chance to win $10,000 from Fox Bet Super 6. Just scan the QR code now and enter Mountain West Championship Contest for your free chance to win. Download the Super 6 app and play for free. San Diego State goes back on offense, and this is an offense that wants to run the ball regardless of who the quarterback is, and they did that at a high level early. Not nearly as good over the second half of the season on the ground. Start this drive from the 24. With a first down quarterback draw, Brookshire gets drilled after a yard. He showed an ability to run last week. Really, they thought that what he did running the ball, that was as much of a spark as anything he did as a passer in the comeback.
Yeah, he just played free, and it's easy to do that at times as a backup. Down 16-3, you feel like you've got nothing to lose. They came out with a little double move that he hit. and you could just feel the stress come off of his shoulders. I mean, part of the reason with that run game, Joe, and you see that statistically, is people start to load the box and want these guys to throw it. And quarterbacks, both of them, both he and Johnson, got to be more efficient.
Back-to-back runs, run down from behind this time by Nick Henninger. Part of this Utah State defense that top 5 in the country in tackles for loss and has done some good things. But against the top 2 rush offenses in the Mountain West, they've gotten gashed on the ground. San Diego State ranks 3rd in rush offense. What do they have in store today?
Air Force, not a surprise. Wyoming a couple weeks ago was, and they got body on a body, and the Cowboys just pushed them around. A much better start here defensively these opening 2 series.
3rd and 8. 10 of the 11 men standing for Utah State. They bring pressure. Brookshire steps up, lets it go to the sideline and through the hands of the intended receiver Isaiah Richardson, who's got just 4 catches on the season. A 5th would have extended the drive, but a drop and a punt.
And I think a 5th would have sure helped the confidence of this quarterback in this offense. That was an excellent job by Brookshire to step up in the pocket, right? He did not panic. He did not look at the rush. He steps into the pocket. He throws a perfect seed on the run to Richardson. He just lets it go through his hands.
2 drives, 2 punts for Ariza. Brady Hoke says he's the MVP of this 11-1 Aztec team. So kind of a side spinner. That is as poor of a punt as you'll ever see from Matt Ariza. Utah State goes back on offense in a scoreless game as the Aggies look for their first Mountain West title with their first good quarterback Logan Bonner after this break. The Mountain West Championship on Fox is sponsored by AT&T Business, keeping your business connected with AT&T 5G. And by Discover, exceptionally common sense. We're about 15 miles from downtown LA here in Carson, California, which is serving as the home field for San Diego State these last couple seasons. And as Utah State goes back on offense, this is our matchup of strength against strength. This Aggies against the Aztec D.
And I appreciate that 3rd down run. You've got to test and see if you can create movement, but you've got to play this game outside the hashes, because that guy right there, Cam Thomas, we saw Tavai earlier, those are the monster mismatches for San Diego State.
Play action on the first play of the drive. Bonner throws high, incomplete, over the head of Derek Wright. Coverage from Patrick McMorris.
And there's vertical shot number 1. You're going to see at least 10 of those. When Fresno State got after the San Diego State defense, the only team to do so this year, the only team to put up more than 400 yards, Jake Haener and company pushed the ball down the field. There are windows of opportunity to do so. There's a lot of man-to-man coverage. And if you can block it up, that's where the yards will be made.
2nd and 10. Brandon Bowling, one Arkansas State transfer to another. They followed their head coach. Had 7 seasons at Arkansas State. They came here to Utah State. It's led them to this 9-3 record. On the roll on 3rd down, Bonner over the middle behind Bowling, and it is another 3 and out. 4 of them in as many drives to open this game.
So you tried to run it on the first third and manageable. This time you're going to move the pocket. You're going to see this is set up to get out of some of the chaos up front. All 5 linemen just on their knees blocking. I think you feel both quarterbacks. I think you feel everybody, right? I mean, this is Championship Saturday. There is a little different expectation today. This is no longer the regular season. Blake Anderson and crew know what they're playing for. Both offenses here a little bit tight in their efficiency.
Constantly's punt. Shooted by Jordan Bird. Had a good return his first time. He's got a solid one again here, crossing the 30. 45-yard punt, 8-yard return. San Diego State back on offense. Both these teams looking to get drives going. Blake Anderson, 9 wins this season, career best for him, most for any first-year head coach across the country this year. After 7 great seasons at Arkansas State, And then the Mountain West Coach of the Year. Really, it was going to be one of these two guys that won that award. Brady Hoke won it. Second year of his second stint at San Diego State. And 15 years as a head coach, Hoke trying to win his first conference title.
I know Bruce Feldman said this to him about 8 times, but he does. He looks 20 years younger. I mean, just revitalized. He's healthier, feels great. I think both of these guys just love the teams they coach, the positions they find themselves in.
Brookshire rolls on first down, throws on the run. Jesse Matthews has the first down of the game for either one of these teams on a pickup of 15.
And I think you hear the crowd roar on that. You actually get a little bit of execution. And this guy's just a ball player. He's their leading receiver. He is their most dynamic weapon. And that time does a nice job of helping his QB out, go down and dig that ball out. That's 2 touches or 2 attempts to Matthews. Keep track of that because of all the injuries to tight end. I think even more of a focal point this afternoon.
And that's saying something because he's had 18 catches over the last 2 games. At the set here as Kagan Williams takes the jet sweep. Williams gets a couple. Rice finishes him off. Williams, one of the guys set to see a little more time today. Just with the different personnel they're going to be using. No tight ends. A bunch of running backs instead. And Williams has good speed. Thought that he should have gotten a face mask call here. Not the case, though.
I think you get away with that one. Does Patrick Joyner, the defensive end there for Utah State. You could hear that sideline screaming for it.
From midfield on second down. Brookshire to the sideline has Matthews again. Wow. First down to the 40.
That is the longest, most difficult throw you can make on a football field. From one hash, a deep out, all the way across the field. That is one that the defense says, and from Bonda on the other side, like, yep, okay, if you could complete that, you go ahead and execute that throw and catch, because it's got to be precise, and you've got to have a receiver with that kind of body control to move the sticks.
Former walk-on. It's been a starter all 3 years, getting close to 1,400 yards in his career. Here comes Williams. Gain of 4.
I'll tell you this about Matthews as well. He is, yeah, he was a walk-on, but he is just a poster child for play. Shortstop on the baseball team, point guard on his high school basketball team, receiver in high school, right? So he didn't get a scholarship. He didn't do all the camps, didn't do all the showcases. He just played. And you can just see that in his game. He is so comfortable competing, and it wasn't too long before they put him on that full ride.
Second and 7. Greg Bell back in at running back.
And there's those 2 big tackles, right? 2 big extra linemen on the left side.
Brookshire off play action. Matthews again. 3rd catch of the drive. San Diego State getting things rolling. First down to the 21. Crowd wanted a flag on a Johnny Carter. Won't get it.
Yeah, just a quick little into the flat off the play action. You can see the zone coverage trying to get underneath that route. Cash Gilliam, he can't because the ball is out so quickly, and this is exactly what Brookshire needed. He needed a little bit of help around him. That first catch for Matthews, that first down, the roar of the crowd, and you could just start to feel the energy and the confidence build.
Number 4 has completed all 4 throws on this drive. Utah State 21 with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Into one-on-one, into the end zone for Cody, who almost pulled it in. Covered by Lampkin. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10. One spot where San Diego State has a massive advantage is simply in height on the outside.
Yeah, that's 6'4" on 5'10". Lampkin actually one of the biggest corners. Cody does a nice job of using that frame, going and high pointing at it, but as he tries to keep himself in bounds, just can't secure the catch. Tremendous effort, and you will see them go back to that matchup today.
Well, the 4 corners the Aggies are going to play are 5'8", 5'9", and 2 of them at 5'10". 2nd down and 10. Quarterback draw. Room for Brookshire. Looked like there was maybe more there that he wound up getting. He makes it 3rd and short.
It's because Bond and Rice come and secure this QB run. This is now the 4th designed QB run. Nice job by Rice to play off the block, and there comes Bond, who is the D coordinator from Bonda said just comes in to cut people in half. He loves to hit, undersized guy, but he'll deliver the blow.
5'11", 185. Honorable mention all Mountain West for the 3rd time this season. Gain of 7, 3rd and 3 for the Aztecs.
1-on-1 to the bottom.
Straight ahead, Greg Bell. Cloudy picture in there, but he keeps on churning, and it's going to be close. They spot him a little bit short. 4th and 1 for San Diego State.
Well, this is where you're the heavyweight, right? And kind of that play on 3rd and 3, more than likely, you know, hey, if we get to a 4th and 1 or 4th and inches, we're going to push this pile, and we're going to use that size and that girth. 311-pound average up front, 248 on that D-line. Not a surprise to go for it.
Aztecs a top 10 4th down offense in the country. Utah State a top 3 4th down defense.
Look at all the bodies at the line of scrimmage.
It's Bell. Not gonna get it. Shut down. He lost a few. Utah State with a 4th down stand. Byron Vaughns and Hunter Reynolds among others.
Goodness gracious. I mean, look at this from Skycam. This looks like punt. I mean, this looks like a punt formation with all these bodies, but it's this penetration here, right at the point of attack, that just decimates that play before it could get started. That's your fire knife guy, Joe. Go ahead. First time, pronounce his name.
Hale Motu Apuaka.
Thank you. That guy. Right in the middle.
Fire knife guy. And the 2-time world fire knife champion guy.
And his buddy Vaughn's got to clean up the ashes of that because Hale made that pile. Vaughns and crew got to finish it. But, man, that is a wonderful job.
They have now stopped 11 of the 15 4th down attempts against them this year. Elian Noah's first carry of the game goes for 4. Noah, the all-time leading rusher at Helix High School near San Diego. He broke Reggie Bush's record.
I'll say that. Reggie's washing.
Reggie Bush is second behind Elian Noah. 34 for Utah State. Takes the fake here. Bonner, dangerous throw. Somehow it's incomplete. Should have been a house call for Trenton Thompson.
It'll be 3rd down.
Instead, it's the happiest Logan Bonner has ever been to have thrown an incompletion.
Well, you saw it on the other side, that deep out all the way across the field. Both Brookshire and this time Bonner show off the arm strength. But the difference is Thompson sees this the entire way, Joe. And I think he's seeing that end zone for a pick 6 before he could secure it. And the all-conference player knows it.
3rd and 6 instead. Tompkins motions out. They roll in his direction. Bonner sets and throws. Incomplete. And so this Utah State offense that averages over 450 yards per game, top 20 in the country without a 1st down.
And once again, you're going to see Bonner get out of this mess. This is the plan offensively, is stay away from all the junk. Stay away from that front, from those stud All-Americans like Cam Thomas. Get outside the pocket. But when you do that, Joe, there's times, and here's a conversation, QB and head coach, with you get out and you move that pocket and everything flies around you. And right now, this Utah State offense, that is 0 for 3, cannot get it going on 3rd down.
Constantly just gets this one off. Fair catch taken by Bird. Great field position for San Diego State. We'll be back on offense after this break. The Mountain West Championship on Fox is sponsored by Pacific Life. More than 150 years strong. Protect what matters most. And by Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Some of the all-time greats for the Aztecs. Donnell Pumphrey was on the last 2 Mountain West Championship teams for San Diego State in 15 and 16. The offense tries to build off of what it did on its last drive. They went 55 yards in 9 plays, but got stopped on downs.
It's usually the area of the field when you feel like you got momentum between the 40s. Coordinators will take their shots. There is a play action, something you like. It's a great time to take advantage.
A work out of the pistol. Jordan Bird is at running back, fastest of that group. He takes the flip, tries to use that speed. Can't get around the end. Andre Grayson bumps him out of bounds as we check in with Bruce.
Joe, after that big fourth down stop, Ephraim Banda, the defense coordinator at Utah State, really ran down the sideline almost to each guy sitting on the bench and said, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. We're the best defense on this field, and his team is fired up coming off the sideline right now.
Ephraim Banda, in his first season as the defensive coordinator, came from Miami, where he was an assistant. So this is his first coordinator job, and he told us yesterday it's been a learning experience on the job. There have been certain games where he feels like when he's more experienced, he'd call it entirely differently. Cash Gilliam and Shaq Bond combined on the tackle and quickly third down.
Well, this is a young, energetic staff, right? Second youngest in all of college football. This is an energetic team. You can just see that. You can hear it, right? They play off of this staff. Both coordinators are young and first-time coordinators in both of their jobs. But that was a point Blake Anderson made. He knew he needed to do that. Infuse youth, infuse energy, bring this team together. It's got a whole lot of new faces from one year to the next.
Chance Bell into the game at running back for the first time for the Aztecs, who look at third down and 7. Utah State shows pressure, backs off, rushing just 3. Still able to move him off his spot. Brookshire sets and throws against the grain, incomplete. Unable to take advantage of this good field position.
Well, if you can do this, if you're Utah State, right, and you're Ephraim Banda, this plays into your hands. 3rd and 7. Make San Diego State throw it. Not what they're most comfortable doing it. They love to run. They love to play pass. That time they drop 8. All eyes in the backfield, and they are flying. As you see Rice get right into the eyes there, the quarterback Brookshire.
Rice so far, one good one, one bad one. His third punt to Jordan Nathan is really, really good. But they're going to say that it's a touchback. Breaks the goal line, and it's a touchback. That close to being downed inside the 1.
Don't you love the effort? I mean, this is as much effort as you can possibly give. Clearly breaks the threshold there.
Moving on the field as a 15 player batted the ball in the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10, Utah State.
And so it is indeed a touchback. And Utah State will go back on offense in this scoreless game. From the 20. We've seen Tompkins all over the place pre-snap. Here they started on the backfield. The motion to the slot near side.
You got 6 in the box, one-on-ones on the perimeter. This has got to be passed.
Bonner given time. Lost this one for Bowling. He went and got it for 40 yards into San Diego State territory.
I told you, this is his strength, man. He puts so much air on the football, and what an unbelievable catch to move the chains for the first time. Those two have done it for years and years together at Arkansas State. They transfer back. You could see, are you really giving me one-on-one? You really giving me one-on-one? We'll go take it.
Got that a bunch last week against New Mexico and took advantage. Career high 5 touchdowns for Logan Bonner. A lot of them very long touchdowns.
It's a good adjustment, right? 3 and outs. Okay, let's settle it down. Take a little time. Make sure we see the look we're getting. Get to the play we want.
Well, Elion Noah sticks the nose down. Got stopped by Cedric Lakalaka.
It's one of the things that Anthony Tucker, the young coordinator offensively, said to us. There's times it takes us a little while to get started. People play us differently than what we see on tape. And I think this is a good move with a veteran quarterback. There you see Tucker. Hey, let's make sure we clean the picture and clear the picture up for everybody.
Back to the air on 2nd down. He's given time. He takes a shot again. Adjustment incomplete. Looking for Wright, covered by Baskerville.
This is a good job by San Diego State. They love to mix their coverages. It looks like man, right? Well, they're going to roll into a 2-deep coverage here. He's going to let him go because he has safety help over the top. An excellent job by the true freshman Baskerville. That's one of the nice things about this defense. Challenges of this defense. That just because what it looks like pre-snap That's not where you're going to get post-snap, and an excellent job by the freshman.
Who is in the lineup because Cedarius Barfield continues to deal with injuries. Third straight start for the freshman. 3rd and 8 for the Aggies.
4-down territory.
Aztecs show pressure. On the throw to the outside, it's Bowling. First down on already his 3rd catch.
Boy, that is right out of the playbook of Fresno State. A play they took advantage of. Moving the pocket. Excellent little rub route between receivers. Easily get the first down.
Holding the motion man. It's Noah. Crashes ahead inside the 25. 5'8", 200, running with a purpose, though, isn't he?
If you're going to run between the tackles of these Aztecs, you better buckle up. That shrink strap better be tight, better grit down on your mouthpiece, because there's going to be a collision awaiting you. I think that's why you've seen a bit of little Noah here, the more physical of the two backs.
Second and 7. Bonner. End zone. Tompkins. Incomplete. Covered by Baskerville. They continue to go after the freshman, who continues to cover tightly.
Yeah, what he's doing is he's using the extra defender. He knows as a young player, where is my extra help? It is that boundary. He pushes the slight frame Tompkins to that boundary and utilizes it to his advantage. Tompkins can't get that foot down.
Bonner 5 of 11 so far. First quarter winding down. 3rd and 7 for the Aggies. He steps up. He's in trouble and he's sacked. Keyshawn Banks, the 3-time all-conference player, brings him down, and it's 4th down.
Well, it's his buddy on the other side. It is Thomas on the right end, and these two are overwhelming. You can see the pressure come here, and it's Banks that cleans it up. I mean, those are two formidable monsters for any edge of a line to block. A beautiful swim move. Bonner feels that he's forced up right into the force of Banks.
It is not fun for a quarterback dealing with those two all-conference players. Field goal coming from Connor Coles from 46 yards, and it's not close. And so still searching for the first points of this one.
Sheesh, this looked like my pitching wedge yesterday.
Not great.
No, that fell so short. He just punches at it, right? He does not get through that on the kick as well. It's like a punch 8-iron that just fades away. Yep, you can see him point to his head and say, I got to finish through that kick. I got to drive that ball. I wonder if that field conditions, Joe, we've not talked about that, but this field is thin. It's been worn down by Brady Hoke's Aztecs playing their home games here. It almost looked like the kicker didn't trust his footwork there as he just punched at the football.
Full-time job at this place is hosting the LA Galaxy. Here's Henninger getting there. Back-to-back plays with sacks. One for the Aztecs and now one for the Aggies as Nick Henninger, senior out of South Jordan, Utah, gets to Jordan Brookshire.
Well, there's your flurry of speed. That is a stunt. Right on the other side, you rush 4, you squeeze. At that time, you rush 6, you stunt, you free Henninger to go finish it. And just what everybody expected, a 0-0 affair after 15.
It's the first scoreless first quarter in Mountain West Championship.